If you're experiencing your dark night of the soul and you feel broken, I just want you to know this moment is going to pass and there is nothing wrong with you. In last week's episode, we talked about what the dark night of the soul is, but I wanted to do a follow-up video. The dark night of the soul is ugly, y'all. It's not pretty. This isn't the love and light that you often hear when people talk about spirituality. This is the part of you that feels really horrible. This is the part of you that deals with a lot of shame, guilt, maybe even depression. Like, these are just the icky feelings that kind of come with spirituality. And this video is not going to sugarcoat any of that. This episode isn't just going to be about, oh, just smile, you're going to get through it. A lot of it is going to be talking about acknowledging some of the hard feelings that come with being on a spiritual journey, and specifically what come with experiencing your dark night of the soul. I remember feeling like I was disappearing, y'all. It was just such a horrible time for me last year. I already talked about it last week, so I'm not going to get into it today, but just the things that I was dealing with when I was experiencing my dark night of the soul, those were just feelings that still to this day, like when I think about, there's still like a little bit of trauma that I experienced just having the flashbacks of what it was like. And I knew that I was really going through it when I started looking at the floor, y'all. Like literally, I would be just walking, going about my day to day, and I no longer would even make eye contact with people. I would literally just be looking down, walking to my car, or looking down, even just walking around my house. And it hit me one day like, oh my God, I feel kind of soulless. Like I'm starting to feel so sad to the point where I'm feeling a little bit soulless. I felt so numb, and it just felt like nothing I was doing was helping my situation out. And I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of scary because I've always been the type of person that finds the good in every bad that I experience. But what's so different about the dark night of the soul is that it's not a bad day. It's not a bad week. It is literally an extended period of time. And when you've been going through something for an extended period of time, it's so easy to start to lose yourself in the process, especially when you feel like nothing is changing, nothing is improving. But the biggest thing here is to always remember that there is always something for you on the other side of it. And that's what today's episode is all about. So even if you're feeling like crap, even if you feel like nothing is changing, today's episode is really just to remind you that there are some things you can do to lighten the heaviness of what it feels like when you're at your rock bottom. And the biggest thing that I find that really helps with this process is that it's in the feeling of feeling lost that we actually create space for rebirth. It's in the feeling of losing our identity, of not knowing who we are, that we honestly give ourselves permission to have that ego death, to completely shed every part of us that doesn't serve us so that we can build ourselves back up and mold into the version of ourselves that we truly are. So in order to transform into the version of you that you're supposed to be, there is part of you that has to die. You do have to have some sort of an ego death. It wouldn't be a full-on transformation if you stayed the same. It's okay to feel like you don't know who you are. But the purpose of today's video is to give you guys some tips to navigate this process as smoothly as possible. There's no reason for you to be stuck in your dark night of the soul. The whole point of being in it is so that you could either rediscover something about yourself, to let go an old part of you that's not serving you, maybe to let go of a situation or people. The point is to move through it. If you're just stagnant in your dark night of the soul, that's a really good sign and indicator that maybe there's something you haven't addressed yet. Maybe there are certain questions you haven't asked yourself yet. So I'm going to share tips with you guys that really help me speed up my process a little bit, and it helped me actually gain some momentum to make the progress that I wanted to make. Tip number 1 is check in with yourself daily. Do not ignore your feelings. Do not ignore whatever's coming up. And I'm talking about the ugly, horrible, hideous, disgusting, whatever negative feeling you're having. You have to acknowledge those feelings. The longer you suppress them, the longer you ignore them, the longer you're stuck. So if you want to get out of rock bottom, you want to make that progress, you want to put these things in the past, you have to actually sit there and acknowledge what's going on and how you're feeling. And by the way, I created a free worksheet for you guys in my Patreon. You can access that worksheet by signing up for the free membership. It goes along with today's episode. The prompts, the journaling questions that I'm about to share with you guys through the remainder of today's episode are also going to be in that worksheet. And you guys can access that worksheet through the link that I'll have in my description. So you can ask yourself a question as simple as, what am I feeling right now? And just write it down. Don't judge yourself. Whatever comes up, let it come up. But the point is, let it out. Whether you decide to write it in your phone or if you want to just like speak it out loud, go for it. The second tip I have is to give yourself a hug as often as you need to. I know that probably sounds kind of silly, but like just give yourself a hug. Look at yourself in the mirror and forget about if it feels awkward. Forget about if you think it's silly. Just do it. Give yourself the love and affection you deserve, but especially in this period of time where you're not feeling good. I promise doing this is going to make you feel seen. It's going to make you feel heard, acknowledged, like your feelings are valid, and like you as a human being and your existence is valid. The third tip is to ground into your body. So go outside, go out in nature. If it's cold where you are, then do it in your room. Take your shoes off, take your socks off, and just feel the earth beneath you. You can also take a cold shower or splash cold water onto your face. You can open up the window in your bedroom and just soak in the sun and really feel the sun on your skin. You can take deep breaths and really just acknowledge the present moment and what sensations you're feeling in your body. The more you do this, the more that you teach your nervous system that you're actually safe and that you're in the present, you're not on survival mode, and that you're okay. Anytime we can be mindful, anytime we can just pause, even if it is as simple as 30 seconds, just feeling the sun on your skin, you are literally teaching your body that you don't have to rush through things. You don't have to go from A to B, that you can, in fact, create these moments to just be. Literally to just be. Tip number 4, this is probably one of the most important things to remember, y'all, and that's to not rush through getting through your dark night of the soul. I get it. Feels super crappy. It's not a place you want to be in, but don't rush the process. And the point of today's episode isn't so that you could speed through the dark night of the soul. It's to give you momentum to actually get through it. It's one thing to be completely stagnant, not making any progress, not working on healing some of those inner wounds, not asking yourself those tough questions. It's one thing to just be stuck, but it's a completely other to be moving along, right? You don't want to just breeze through it though. Otherwise, you're probably not going to learn the lessons you're supposed to learn in this moment of time. You don't have to understand everything that's happening to you right now. You don't have to understand why it's all unraveling the way that it is. You don't have to fix everything. You don't have to fix your whole life and do a 180 overnight. You just have to survive it. You literally just have to take it one day at a time. That is the healing right there. So be patient with yourself and give yourself grace as you're moving through the days, as you're healing, as you're working on these wounds, as you're working through some of these traumas that you're going through. Tip number 5 is to come up with a say good mantra, which I love because you can make it personal to you and what you're going through. Sometimes all it takes is just a little bit of encouragement. Even telling yourself something as simple as this will pass. I'm going to get through this. I'm growing. I'm evolving. I know I'll figure things out can be the most effective thing you can tell yourself to keep pushing forward. So what is that simple quote, that simple reminder that you can tell yourself to give yourself that inspiration to continue pushing forward? And the last tip that I have, number 6, which I think is just so beautiful, is to give yourself permission to feel everything. I kind of mentioned this earlier, but don't avoid any feelings you have, okay? The good ones, especially the bad ones. You gotta just feel it. It's okay to let it move through your body. It's okay if it feels like it's breaking you down. Spirituality and inner work it's not for the weak, to be honest, and it's not glamorous and it's not pretty and it's not all just love and light. It's pretty messy. It's pretty disturbing sometimes, but there is always a reward when you can sit there and acknowledge those feelings you have. You start to take your power back, and it really is liberating. And that's essentially you coming face to face with your shadow, which is a whole other video and a whole other topic in and of itself. But you don't have to be afraid. Your shadow is a part of who you are. So it's okay to acknowledge the icky, messy, bad feelings. It's not going to hurt you. It's there to teach you something. And those are the main 6 tips that I have for you guys. I definitely have some other ones. Let me know down in the comments if there are other ones that you guys want me to share. If you're listening to the podcast on the podcasting platforms, you can let me know on Instagram. You can text the podcast. I'm happy to continue talking about this topic and go in more depth because the dark night of the soul is a lot, y'all. And I know it's not easy. So I just have so much respect for any of you who are going through a tough period in time and you're just moving along and you're still showing up for yourself. I know how it feels and it's not fun, but I'm proud of you for showing up for yourself. So before we close out today's episode, you guys already know we have affirmations to end on a good, positive note. These all have to do with getting through the dark night of the soul. So I hope they serve as just a little bit of inspiration for you guys. And I'll also have the affirmations in my Patreon account as well. Again, the membership is free. You can get access to today's worksheet and the affirmations. So get comfortable, find a nice quiet spot, and go ahead and take a deep breath in for 4. Hold for 4. Breathe out for 4. Hold for 4. Okay, you can breathe normally. Let's begin. Even when I feel lost, I'm still here in the present, in the now. This is not the end of me, it's the beginning of a deeper me. I am worthy of love, even in my most unrecognizable form. This moment will pass, and I'll come out an even stronger version of myself. The dark night of the soul isn't a punishment, it's a part of my evolution. I embrace all of my emotions, even the difficult ones. I choose to feel grounded no matter the circumstance. I have the power to center myself even if I feel lost. I trust that I am becoming who I'm meant to be. Alrighty, you guys, those are our affirmations for today's episode. I hope you're feeling a little bit better and just feel really inspired to just move along through this process and to kind of unstick some of your progress if you feel like you haven't really built any momentum to push through your dark night of the soul. I'm here for you guys. Lean on a friend, lean on this community. I'm sending you lots of love your way. You got this. If you guys enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to give this video a like. Also share it with a friend. Comment down below. Any kind of engagement really does help my small channel out, and I really do appreciate that. And if you're listening on the podcasting platforms, even just leaving me a review really helps me out. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye!